Hi guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. Before we go into this video guys, I want you to take a look at how sumptuous this food looks, and it tastes so yummy. So this is an African dish, precisely a Cameroonian dish called Ero. So going into the preparation process, we have our Ero which has been properly washed. So this is the vegetable we call Ero. It is like a hard vegetable. So in the preparation process, we are going to be needing water leaf. Water leaf is like a softer vegetable which has water. So that is the water leaf that will help the Ero to be softer. But since we don't have water leaf, we'll be using spinach in the place of water leaf. So we also have our palm oil, and we also have our scotch bonnet pepper. And here is my meat. I'll be using some cow skin, cow stripes, and goat meat. So now I just put my spinach into the meat which has been properly cooked. Then I'm just going to give that a stir, and I will let my spinach cook for 5 minutes because we want the spinach to be softer. It is the spinach that will help the water leaf to be soft. Since we want our soup to be soft and the Ero is hard, that's why we are using the spinach or the water leaf, which helps to soften the Ero. So now my spinach has been cooking for 5 minutes. I will just go in to introduce the Ero. So I'm just adding the Ero right now, and I will go ahead, I will stir the Ero, then I'll cover the pot and I'll let the Ero to cook for 5 more minutes. So we'll be letting the Ero cook together with the spinach because the spinach is going to help soften up the Ero. That's why we put the spinach first, then we add our Ero second. So now this, with the help of the spinach or water leaf, it's going to help soften up that Ero. So that's why you need enough water leaf or spinach. So right now, I'm just going ahead to add my Maggi seasoning, and I'm also adding in some salt. I'll also be adding in my blended peppers, and I'll also be adding in crayfish. Guys, crayfish is the most important, like the most important ingredient for Ero. So whenever you're making your Ero, always make sure to have enough crayfish because crayfish is what is going to bring out that taste for this soup. So now I'm just going ahead to stir of the ingredients, then I'll cover the pot and I'll let it cook for 5 more minutes because I want all the ingredients to be properly cooked. So it's been cooking for 5 minutes. I'll just go ahead to add in my red oil. So that's the palm oil, and I'm putting in a generous amount because with Ero we want to see the oil. You don't want to put a lot, but you want to see some oil in your soup. So I'm just putting in a reasonable amount of oil. So I'm not giving that a stir, guys. I'm not going to give it a stir, but I'm just opening up little spaces in there so the oil can penetrate. So I will leave my pot open at this point. I'm not going to cover the pot because I want the oil to fry. You want the oil to cook at the same time frying. So that's why I don't cover my pot at this point. Immediately I put in the oil, I just keep the pot open because I want the oil to cook at the same time frying. So now my oil is properly cooked. As you can see on the soup, the oil looks cooked. So at this point, my soup is ready. And this is the final plating. So we'll be eating this with some water fufu. So we have our water fufu on there, which is already cooked. And we'll be eating our Ero together with the water fufu. Guys, this combination tastes so good. So this is the end of our video. If you watch up to this point, I say a very big thank you, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that whenever I drop a video, you will be the first to get a notification. Guys, I will see you again in my next video. Bye bye.